Monday Night Raw or a lone day night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon here with Edward Collins and with Corey Graves. And today on Monday Night Raw or a lone day night Raw, we're gonna have, I guess, Hakud Sasada, if I'm even saying her name right. Forgive me if I'm not saying her name right, Gorilla Monsoon says. We're going to see her pick which one of the women wrestlers she's going to end up fighting. Either it be the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter or the Women's World Heavyweight or the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Both of them behave shamefully, and both of them are unworthy of being the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter or the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. That's my thought and belief. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Edward Collins says. Either if they're worthy or not worthy, or unworthy or worthy of being the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter or the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Haku Sakuda, I guess her name goes. She's only been in the TWF for, I want to say, not even maybe a month and a half so far. So, everyone knows me by now, or if they don't know me, that's alright. I am Haiku Sakata, and I am the former AEW Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Actually, the third one. And today I get to pick who I'm going to be wrestling and fighting. Is it going to be Charlotte Flair, the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter, or Becky Lynch, the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter? Either winnings I choose, whoever I choose to fight, they're not going to be so happy. Alright, Gil Kim says, have you made your choosing who you're going to be wrestling? And I don't want folks out there to think that I only hang out or I only backing up the Far Eastern women wrestlers. The truth is, I actually back up all the women wrestlers. But I need to know, who are you going to be picking? Oh, well, first off, it don't have to be me, Charlotte Flair says. Because we all know, Gil, you wouldn't want her to fight me after I beat you. Keep your underwear on. No one cares. I beat you many times, Charlotte Flair. And if, what's her name, Haiku Sakura, wants a true dare, she'll face me, the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. It's up to you, Gil Kim says. What are you going to do? Well, both of you happen to be shameful wretches who know nothing about onlook. None of you women are truly worthy of being either the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter or the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. That's my thought and belief on it. But I want to pick the one who I think will give me the most gravest dare out there. I'll pick you, Becky Lynch, since you always talk about how you always talk about how you're so greater than everyone else, and you showed everyone how to be great. I think I'll pick you on. Well, if that's true, then it's going to be your burial then. Becky, I don't know how long you're going to hold on to your winnings for. Ha ha, Charlotte Flair says. I guess that means I'm off the hook today. No one's going to be fighting me for my TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings then. Well, that's where you're wrong, Gil Kim says. I do think we can seek someone who wants to fight you for your TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. You know, I think we do have someone. I can dig someone out who does want to fight for your TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. and someone who I think they'll do really good. Yeah, that would be me, AJ Lee says. You're going to face AJ Lee, so get that look, the smile off your leer. Let me tell you something, AJ Lee. Before I came along, you would have been seen as dominant. But at the end of the day, AJ Lee, all you were was Gil Kim's offshoot. Forgive me, Charlotte Flair, who can't stand up without a stand? You're saying that I was Gil Kim's offshoot. Have you forgotten that it was Gil Kim who offshooted from me? Have you forgotten that Gil Kim offshooted from me, Charlotte Flair? Who had the body keeper first? I did. Who had the body keeper first? As Tamina Snuka, I did. Gil Kim just offshooted from me and got Lady Toffa. Gil Kim was offshooting from me, but that's near here and there. I'm going to take away your TWF women's heavyweight winnings, and I'm going to make your third run be as short as your first run and your 2-forward run. Yeah, whatever. Get a fight Lord in the ring so I can put this bitch in her stead. Well, this is for the TWF women's heavyweight winnings. First, she is AJ Lee. And she is the TWF women's heavyweight fighter, Charlotte Flair. Ding ding ding. Well, Charlotte Flair is gonna, Charlotte Flair is gonna put AJ Lee in her stead. Oh, natural selection. You mean, however you say that. Oh, and you know what? She is the queen. And if there was a queen in the ring, she already won. You gotta be fair to Flair. Corey Graves says, would you stop with that fair to Flair stuff? Girl Monsoon said, and she has to win the king of the ring or the queen of the ring to be seen as queen of the ring. Gorilla Monsoon said a body slam. Yeah, I think it was up to Corey Graves. Edward Collins said Charlotte Flair would be the queen and the Kaiser of the world. The queen and the Kaiserin of the world. She already is the queen. She already is the Kaiserin. Edward Collins. Don't you know that? Corey Graves said, don't you know that, Girl Monsoon? Charlotte Flair thought she was going to do a smooth thing. AJ Lee body slamming Charlotte Flair. The former three-time WWE Divas heavyweight fighter before becoming WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winnings. And AJ Lee wants to get ready to do the Black Widow, or whatever that hold she does to her wrestlers that she was doing until she left WWE in 24 between while. That's not working. Charlotte Flair just got right out of it. Oh, knocked AJ Lee down. Girl Monsoon said, here it comes, the figure eight. It's greater than when her father Ric Flair or Greg Valentine or Jeff Jarrett or The Miz or whatever it's other Bobby Mandel or whatever Ron Granger did it. Grange did it. Corey Graves says it's a figure eight. Would you stop with saying that she's doing it greater than all those other men? Girl Monsoon said, the figure eight on AJ Lee right now, Girl Monsoon says. Corey Graves says, will AJ Lee give up? Will she give up here? Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair has beat AJ Lee here on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw, Girl Monsoon says. I told you she would win, Corey Graves says. I told you going in she was going to still be the winner by the end of the day, but no one believes me. Everyone seems to think that I'm being like, Jesse the Valley Ventura, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jerry the King Lawler, Johnny Polo, Million Dollar Man, Teddy DiBiase, James E. Cornette, Paulie Dangerously, and whatever, John Bradshaw Latefield, or Matt, or Mark Madden, you know, or Taz, or whatever. Everybody seems to think that, or Victor's Johnny Viathan. They all think I'm just bullshitting, but I told you she was going to win. Well, she did, Corey Graves says, well, she did win. Edward Collins said, I will give Charlotte Flair that. She did beat AJ Lee, but that doesn't make her the Queen or the Kaiserin. Well, she did beat AJ Lee. Doesn't make her the Queen or the Kaiserin. Edward Collins says. Well, I'll give her that. Gorilla Monsoon says, yes, she did beat AJ Lee here on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw, and she still is a TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. But now Michael Cole is going to be talking with Haku, not Haku, I guess more like Haiku Sasada. Haku Sasada, if I'm saying your name right, forgive me, I'm not really that good with Don Landish borrowed names, or kin names, but we learned now that you are going to be facing Becky Lynch for the World Women's Heavyweight winning sometime down the road. Yeah, that's right, Michael Cole. And you see, everyone seems to think that all I was good at. They seem to think, oh, well, you beat Kairi Singh, you beat Asuka. And they think, oh, you're just going to go and beat all the other Far Eastern women. Well, I have a lot of on-look for Asuka and Kairi Singh and Gil Kim and Mia Ying. I got on-look for Io Shirai, and Xia Li and Meng Ying. And what's the other one? Called Samako. Yes, Samako, whatever her name is. Or sorry. But anyway, at the end of the day, I am a former AEW Women's Heavyweight Fighter. I don't know if it means that much, but it does. And soon I will fight Becky Lynch, and I'll become the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And I'll be more worthy and on-looking than Becky Lynch has been. Well, you do know Becky Lynch calls herself the man, calls herself the arse kicker, and she does believe that she's the one who set the standard for everyone else to follow. Yeah, I know how she talks about how, oh, she's a free-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Oh, she's a former WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter. She won a King Rick fighting the King Rick Loudness. Oh, she main evented WrestleMania, but she leaves out how it was also Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey was with her. And she acts as if she never gave up the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winning. She did. Anyway, I don't really care. I'm going to put her in her stead, and I'm going to become the World Women Heavyweight Fighter. Well, that's my talk with Haiku Sasada. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Haiku Sasada here. And we look forward to hopefully one day her becoming the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Anything else you want to say about what was going on here? No, it looks like it is all the time we got here from Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon for Edward Collins and Corey Graves. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Alone Day Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT 2.0.